So this is what he was doing. He was going to Chamber of Commerce meetings. He was getting his name out there. He was doing a whole bunch of networking. He told everybody that, he did print shops, he did graphics, he did all these other, services he offered. And the calls that he got from those people that he networked with were always, most of the time, low profitable jobs. And I want to show you exactly why that was happening and what we did to fix that. Because he was mentioning to me that it feels like his back's against the wall, that a job comes, but he doesn't know where the next one's going to come from. I run R7 Creative with my dad. We've helped local service-based businesses get more calls, better clients, and a predictable lead flow. We've taken clients from 13 reviews to 1,800 reviews in a year. We've taken this other client from 4 calls a month to 15 calls a month, people inquiring about the services they sell. So inbound leads in 90 days. And we didn't run any ads. And I'm gonna show you exactly how we did do that. In this video, I'm gonna show you 3 different things. Number 1, why referrals are working against you even though they are working. Number 2, what happens in the gap between someone actually hearing your name and them actually calling you. So there's a gap between the 2. Number 3, the specific thing that we changed to turn low profit referrals into more profitable jobs. So what actually is a referral? A referral is the warmest lead that you'll ever get. It's basically whenever somebody who already trusts you tells another person about your name and your company and what you do. So that person is basically already leaning towards a yes before they even call you, because you're not like a nobody. They know somebody that knows you. But what actually happens in between the gap of them wanting to learn more about your business? Whenever someone says, hey, there's this X company, they might be able to help you with this. What happens in between the gap between them actually calling you? Well, here's what I found. After analyzing 1,300 businesses with my dad, the majority of people that get referred to your business and they want to know more about the company, where are they going to go? They're going to go on the internet. So they're going to look you up online. They're going to look at your Google page, your reviews, even the content you have, your website, of course. And usually they poke around and look at, get more familiar with the company. So that's what we're doing. Now, before I continue, let's define 2 things. What is a low profitable job and what is a higher profitable job? A low profitable job is a job that enables you to still pay the bills, pay payroll, things like that, but it doesn't actually give you the amount of funding that is required to be able to scale the company the way that you want to, or do the things that you have been always dreaming of with the business. A more profitable job is actually dependent on what you actually do. For a print shop company, it might be like a commercial fleet wrap company account. So for example, they have like multiple trucks that they want wrapped for their company. It's usually like recurring work and jobs that actually pay more, rather than just like the simple decals. For a contractor, it might be a full renovation rather than just like a small patch job. And for some businesses, it might not even be like a big commercial account. It might just be like them wanting a customer that comes back every single month with volume. The point is this, it's not about the size. The point is the trust that is required to actually get it. Positioning is how a potential customer feels about you compared to your competitor. Let's say you got 2 plumbers that were referred by the same person. One plumber has 200 reviews and photos of 60% of them, and the other one has 9 reviews. One was 2 years ago, 3 months ago, 2 weeks ago. The point is they're just not consistent and they're kind of sporadic throughout the years they've been in business. Which company do you think has a higher likelihood of getting a call from somebody that needs help with their plumbing? So here's point number 1. Your online presence is the second half of the referral. So I'll tell you a story. I was talking to a roofer. I asked him what his ideal criteria would be whenever working with someone that could possibly, help him get more jobs. He said, well, I do love ideas. I said, okay, well, what do you mean? He says, well, for example, I'm thinking about getting like a haircut at a barber shop. And I can ask him if it would be appropriate to leave him with some of my business cards so he can give them to his clients to see if they need a roof done. And if they do, I'll give like the barber a cut or whatever. I said, okay, cool. Now, why are those people that get referred to you from their barber gonna call you though? And he said, well, because people trust their barber. I said, right. The barber is not delivering the service. The company is delivering the service. So why would they choose you compared to your competitor? He said, yeah, I get it. That makes sense. So the point is that people are going to call the companies that genuinely look like they are capable of helping the other person. The point is not the reviews, the SEO, and the content. The point is the trust required to get the customers that actually pay more, or whatever your ideal customer is. All of the other stuff, like the social media, SEO, and content, is just the method to get the customers that you love working with the most. So from that, we looked at this print shop owner's Google business profile, and we just fixed a couple of things. All we did is filled out all the information on the Google business page. That's it, pretty simple. The main thing that you do that I suggest is to fill out the products and services page. The reason why that's important is because whenever somebody is searching for your services, how is Google going to recommend your company to them if you do not show that you actually provide the service or the product? We just make sure everything is consistent and complete across the Google Business Profile and the website. So just make sure all the information that's on the Google Business Profile is congruent with the website. Then you combine that with consistent reviews. And then whenever you do both things together, Google recommends your company to the people that are searching for your services, because it tells Google these people actually know what they're doing and they help people and they're reputable because of all the reviews that they have. Simple as that. Point number 2, reviews actually determine how profitable the next job is. Every job that you finish without asking for a review is a missed opportunity to have a higher profitable job. Because whenever people that want to spend a lot of money on a company that need help and they look at the reviews, that other person is going to read that review. So just think about it like this. It's super simple. Anytime that you went to a restaurant, you needed someone to do your plumbing, a contractor, literally anybody, you probably looked them up. You looked at the reviews, possibly their content, and even like the posts that they have on their Google business page, even their website. Your customers are doing the exact same thing. Also, there was this person that hired a contractor from a referral. So it was a trusted, reputable source. She hired him without ever looking on anything, and he didn't even have anything. He didn't even have a portfolio, but she hired him anyways. And here's what happened. It was a very difficult thing. He kept taking forever to get the job done. He used her credit card. He did all these other things. So now that person has an experience with the referral that was negative. So what do you think the next thing she's going to do is? Probably actually search out people that have an authority in that space for a freaking contractor that actually helps get the job done without spending her money and get it done on time. So now she has had that experience. So do you think that's going to have an impact on decisions she makes in the future for future contractor work? So do you think it would be important to actually have the content, the reviews, and the SEO in place so you actually pop up in the search and have all these trust signals to show that I can actually help you without doing all the other things that your past experience was? So number 3, content is a referral that never expires. So think about it like this. Let's say you have a restaurant, right? And then that person recommends this restaurant to a friend. That's one conversation that happens one time. And sure, it happens across multiple other people and it just keeps on snowballing, which is a good thing. And imagine if you had just consistent Google reviews and content that actually show what their experience could be like before they ever enter the restaurant. They're probably going to get more business than the people that just, have nothing on the internet. It's super simple stuff. So this is the result. So the print shop owner that was going to Chamber of Commerce meetings, things like that, and he was getting low profit jobs. All we did is do content, do SEO by filling all the information out on the Google Business Profile, and fixed his website, and from that he got more high profitable jobs. If your business runs on referral, that's great, keep doing that. I suggest that you ask yourself honestly though, whenever somebody hears your name and pulls out their phone and looks you up, what do they find? Is what they see online build more trust with your company than your competitor? Even if you know that you are better at delivering the service than your competitor, that doesn't matter because those people don't know it. So the people who are the most findable and the most trusted are going to make the most money.